New information continues to come in on the mail package bombing suspect, Cesar Sayoc, accused of sending out 13 packages, 12 to critics of President Trump. The FBI says they tracked him down through a fingerprint left on a package sent to Maxine Waters. Now, if convicted, he could face 48 years in prison. So who is this guy, you ask? Well, public records show he was born in Brooklyn, New York, and has a long criminal history dating back to the 90s. They range from theft, drug offenses, and even a bomb threat against a power company. He has also had financial issues and in 2012 filed for bankruptcy and lost his home. Well, our Matt Doherty talked to a former FBI agent. So how were they able to identify Sayoc as a suspect, Matt?
He says the investigation appears to have materialized without any major surprises. However, he says he did not expect that suspect to be caught so quickly. After a tense week and more than a dozen explosives, the feds say they've finally got their guy.
I'm kind of surprised that it happened this quickly.
Former FBI Special Agent Dennis Franks says it appears everything went according to plan from the investigation side, but the clues that led the feds to a suspect were likely the result of his careless mistakes. We know a fingerprint was located on a piece of paper and DNA evidence was recovered from the packages or their contents. Frank says it's likely the suspect wasn't wearing gloves while he assembled the bombs and may have allowed for his DNA, possibly hair, to end up wrapped up in the packages. This becomes extremely valuable to investigators who can take that evidence to the lab, then have the DNA results run through a database.
Occurred very, very rapidly, fortunately, to identify the person, and then he was already in the databases from prior arrest, and evidently he had quite an extensive arrest record.
Now, Frank says it's incredible none of those explosives actually detonated. He said even the slightest bit of friction could have set them off. Back to you guys.
All right, Matt Doherty.